XPeng invited me to the launch of the new car in Munich last month. It was going to be a 4-day event. It turned out that they compressed it into 2 days, and 2 days was too much of a rush for me, but I really wanted to go because one thing that stood out on the actual itinerary was flying car. You've got me at flying car. EVs leave me cold, flying cars, yes. So XPeng's flying car, is it science fiction or is it the future of transport? For decades the flying car has been the ultimate symbol of the future, from the Jetsons to Back to the Future. Hollywood promised that by now we'd all be soaring over traffic jams instead of sitting in them. Well, for the first time in a very long time, that future might actually be getting closer because Chinese electric vehicle manufacturers XPeng has developed what many people are calling a flying car. Is it really a flying car, or is the media getting carried away yet again? As I say, I wish I'd gone. But today I'm going to try and separate the fact from fiction. I'm going to look at the technology, the engineering, the challenges, and ask whether this could genuinely change the way we travel. The idea isn't new. Inventors have been trying to build flying cars for over 100 years. As far back as the 1920s, engineers were trying to combine cars and aeroplanes into one vehicle. Since then we've seen countless prototypes. Some had folding wings, others had detachable aircraft sections. A few even flew successfully, but almost every project ended the same way. It was too expensive, it was too complicated, too difficult to certify, or simply impossible to use in everyday life. Quick one, this bit isn't sponsored, but it is my personal recommendation. I use the high-low band for blood pressure tracking, and it's honestly been a godsend for me. Super easy to use, and I get a much more realistic picture than a one-off reading at the doctor. If you use my link, you get 20% off plus a 12-month subscription, and I get £25 if your referral is successful. So thanks if you do. The link's in the description. On with the video. The dream never quite became reality. Until now. Maybe. So enter XPeng. Most people know XPeng as a Chinese electric car manufacturer. But what many don't realise is that the company has invested heavily in aviation through its subsidiary XPeng Aero HT. Rather than trying to build a car that suddenly sprouts wings and becomes an aeroplane, they've taken a completely different approach, and it's actually rather clever. It's not really a flying car. This is where many of the headlines become misleading. The production vehicle isn't a car that transforms into an aircraft. Instead, it's two vehicles in one. A large 6-wheeled electric vehicle carries a compact electric aircraft inside its rear compartment. So you drive to your destination, park, open the rear section, unload the aircraft, unfold the rotors and take off. When you've landed, the aircraft returns to its carrier vehicle where it can be recharged before the next flight. It's more like carrying your own helicopter than owning a traditional flying car. That begs the question, of course, that if you're flying somewhere else or going to a destination, when you get there, you've got no car. So, although it's good if you just want to go on a joyride, it's not so good if you're wanting to go on holiday, then continue in your car. The aircraft itself is designed to carry 2 people. Instead of one large rotor like a helicopter, it uses multiple electric propellers. This provides redundancy, meaning if one propulsion system develops a problem, the remaining systems can continue operating. The aircraft is expected to fly for around 30 minutes before returning to recharge. The carrier vehicle itself is equally interesting. Rather than relying purely on batteries, XPeng uses a range extender system. That means a petrol engine generates electricity, allowing the vehicle to travel over 1,000 kilometres while also charging the aircraft. It's an ingenious solution to one of electric aviation's biggest problems: limited battery capacity. So why this design makes sense? When most people imagine flying cars, they picture a normal family hatchback suddenly unfolding wings and taking to the skies. The problem is, cars and aircraft have completely different engineering requirements. Cars need crash protection, low centres of gravity, strong suspension, and efficient road handling. Aircraft need to be incredibly lightweight. Trying to combine both into one machine usually means compromising both. XPeng's approach avoids many of those compromises. The road vehicle remains a road vehicle. The aircraft remains an aircraft. They simply work together. There is a catch. The engineering might not be the biggest obstacle. The regulations almost certainly will be. Think about it. Where do these aircraft take off? Where do they land? Who controls the airspace? Will you need a pilot's license? How will insurance work? What happens if thousands of these are flying over major cities? Those questions are arguably far harder to answer than designing the aircraft itself. Technology often moves faster than legislation, so who'll buy one? XPeng says it already has thousands of expressions of interest. That's again a bit like Auto Traders. Expressions equals sales. I'm interested in one, but let's be realistic. This isn't likely to become the next Ford Fiesta, at least not anytime soon. Initially, the biggest customers are likely to be emergency services, search and rescue organisations, tourism operators, remote industrial sites, large private estates, and very wealthy early adopters. I'd have one. Without a doubt, if I had loads of money, I'd have one. Mass market ownership could still be many years away. Is it the future? History teaches us to be cautious. We've seen flying car announcements many times before. Most just disappeared. However, what's different today is that battery technology, electric motors, artificial intelligence, autonomous flight systems, and advanced manufacturing have all improved dramatically. Perhaps for the first time, the technology is finally catching up with the dream. Whether society, governments, and aviation regulators can keep pace remains another question entirely. My final thoughts. So, is XPeng building the world's first flying car? Not really. It's probably more accurate to describe it as a road-going aircraft carrier with a detachable electric aircraft. But perhaps that's actually a smarter solution. Instead of trying to force one machine to do two impossible jobs, XPeng has designed two specialised machines that work together. Whether it succeeds commercially, only time will tell. But one thing is certain, for the first time in decades, the flying car no longer feels like pure science fiction. It feels like something we might genuinely see during our lifetime. And that's a fascinating thought. What do you think? Would you buy one if you could? Or do you think flying cars will always remain a niche product for the wealthy? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this documentary, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll never miss another video. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.